Don't know what's going on with that camera today. Guess it wants to focus. Okay, there we go. Hi everyone. It's Friday and I'm live. Turn Kim down there. How is everybody this evening? Wow, popped up quick today. All right. Hopefully it pops up for you just as fast. How is everybody this evening? I am doing pretty well. Hi, Angela. I was hoping you'd come. I was going to mention it, but I didn't want to say anything in somebody else's live, so you know how that can go. I was going to say, remember I'm on tonight. Glad to see you. How you doing? You got a free weekend. It's always nice, huh? I was wondering why that was so dark, because I was blocking the light. I'm going to have to move my camera a little bit, so it's going to wiggle. I can't pull my chair in. Okay. Good, 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 good. Glad to hear it. And the early Christmas shopper. I used to be like that too. I'd be completely done by November 1st. Now I just don't shop. So. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. I am drawing a blank on my computer lock-in. That's terrible. So have you been doing any coloring? Or you just been living life? And shopping. Shopping, shopping, shopping. Trying to get my other computer up. I don't know. It's being a little moody today, so I have to have it in order to publish the live, which I don't understand that, but the YouTube studio's on my phone, but I have to do everything through the computer. Very nice. And you made yourself fried chicken. I want some. We recently just tried a new oven fried chicken, crispy. It was actually really good. I was surprised. Where are my pencils? So, there she is, Amy! Hi, Amy. Oh, cutting in and out. Okay. Well, I'm really glad to see you. You're on the move, huh? Hi, hubby. Is he listening or you got your headphones in? Oh, good grief. On the road again. Macrame. Oh, that's right. You started doing that good. I know I was thinking as I was coming over here to turn on the camera, I'm like, this is the, like, now I really wish I had, like, Ustream or whatever so you could pop up with me. I want to hear your voice. You haven't sent me any voice videos in a while. I love your little talking heads. They crack me up. They always make me laugh, especially if you're mad. Well, I hope you can hear most of it and get to stay for a while. Oh, cool. I know, Angie's been MIA, and here she is in my chat. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. And Kim probably won't be because she hasn't been feeling good. But she usually comes in late. So I've been working on this page, as you may or may not know, in Autumn Charm. I actually did a video of what I colored off camera, and I was completely out of frame because I didn't have Kim to tell me I was out of frame. So it's all her fault. But I do have a few things left. I have the dog left to do. Him. There's no pencil work on those two. Kim was talking about wondering if water is any good in these books. So I thought I would do Neil color for the background and see how the paper holds up to water. You did it! Oh, we all missed you. Hi, Wellness. Welcome. know, Amy. This is one. How did we end up coloring in this one? I think I was getting ready to choose a new book, and Kim had just started a page in here, so she's like, well, color this one with me. And I only had 2 weeks, like last week and this week is all I have to do this. Like, I can't do a full color along. I may try, if we pick a Cozy Corners page tonight. Teresa Goodrich new book just came out, Cozy Corners. I do have a flip through on my channel if you haven't seen it, but we may pick a page in here and start, and then I will try to do videos, or I have 3 other whips I can work on because I'm hopefully get this finished tonight. If not, oh god, I have mail here. Ugh, addresses. Get that out of the way. Oopsie, oopsie. So, how are you tonight, Wellness? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This was one down in the stash. I can tell somebody colored something. There's one page missing. So I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to look through my binder. When my mom would buy them and she'd want me to color a page, she would rip it out and give it to me. So this was definitely one she bought. But, yeah, so I'm going to finish up the scarecrow. I couldn't find a marker color that I wanted for the hat because I want to go kind of straw light, which I would have used the marker that I used for the wheat here. But I don't remember which one it is. So I'll go a little yellower and just do pencil on there. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing tonight. So, anyone else up coloring? And if you're coloring, what are you coloring? Curious minds want to know. Oh, my computer is not cooperating. What is the inch doing? Ooh, what did you get? Yes, just came out the 16th of this month, Cozy Corners. I had to buy one more thing before I have to go on a 3-month no-buy. It's really cute, Amy. I like it. Like I said, there is a whole flip-through video on my page. It's short. It's just about 3 minutes. I'm not too chatty. I just kind of, do the flip-through. You're laying in bed? Okay. That's pretty usual. I'm glad you're here. Thanks to those watching and not chatting. Appreciate you. Please give me a thumbs up. You're coloring in Africa. What page are you doing now? I brought mine to show you. I did not get much done today at all. I'm starting to really freak out. 7-day countdown. My mom is sick, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I get the flu after going through all this nerves and everything. And I'm using my luminance pencils on here, so, I'm not real good with those, so I'm struggling a bit, but I'm working on it. I only had about a half hour today, so I didn't get much done at all. But what page are you working on now, Amy? Yeah, I'm working on this one. And when you go home, grab your magical worlds and jump in on this one with me too. I'm doing the fishbowl. This one. Trying to get these done before D-Day. I should say before S-Day. Pull this down a little bit. Really enjoying this page, but I got kind of stumped because of the way I placed my colors. I don't know what color to do here and here that'll match the orange and purple, so I kind of stopped. Oh, you are doing the map? That's the one I originally wanted to do. Good. So I was thinking that might be an easy one, because I kind of want to do it like a map. Map. So, look at you jumping ahead. Boy, oh boy. I'm glad you got your coloring mojo back. Oh no, don't fall on the floor. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Amy. I used to do macrame when I was a Girl Scout. Alright, so let me just do a little work on this jacket. I'm not going to do too much. I don't even know what colors will show up. It's pretty dark. I just want to get some low lights in here on the creases. This is kind of a purple blue marker that I used. So I'm doing that one we can't pronounce. Indanthrene blue. Let's see. Indanthrene blue. Yeah, something like that, right? Let's get a little bit of, just a little bit of low lights in there. I believe you buzzed ahead of me there. You're cheating, Amy. Starting pages and not telling me what's going on. Probably a good thing you didn't. I probably would have switched over and did that one. I don't know why that one is like calling me right now. Probably because I know what color to use. I just want to do some sand. I don't have to pick any colors. That's probably why. Ooh, so how's the traveling going? And I'm just doing this really, really light because, as you know, with the polychromos, they're pretty pigmented, so don't want any harsh lines or anything on here. So just keeping that touch on the lighter side. Thank you so much, Angela. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. I was saying, everybody's going to be happy to see you, Amy. I'm stuck in board. Coloring the fish. Got it. Yeah, I was doing a little bit more reading today about like things that I can do, and they did say like drawing and stuff, so now I'm hopeful that I will be able to color. So that'll be nice, but where I have to sit, electricity is a problem. I should say where I have to lay, whatever. Electricity is a problem. That side of the wall is dead. So I feel like I'm going to be cut off, but I'm sure he'll run an extension cord for me. We shall see. Oh, okay, got it. Took me a minute to understand that. Places you'd love to see again, but wouldn't want to live. Yeah. Yeah, and it seemed like you like went to the worst parts of California. Like I was kind of fortunate when I went. We had 9 days. Then it was L.A. California trip, so we went all up and down the coast of California, and then into Vegas. So I think Kim's doing a really good job on this page too. I got her, she showed it on her phone when she showed it. I'm like, why did you show the page? It's so tiny. But she's got, I don't know, she said the pumpkins aren't glowing for real, but I'm like, they look like they're glowing. It's like, you can't see any of my detail on my pumpkins on the camera at all. But they're all, there's quite a bit of detail on them. Yeah, it's not really showing up at all. It's just shining out. But that looks much better in person. Oh well. Yeah, she said I cheated because I used a marker base, but it's the only way I could get it done in, 2 lives. Yes. And you watch the little woolly berries go rolling by. See, my brothers that moved there, like, they think it's cooler than Michigan because it's dry. But I don't know. One of them works for UPS and he's always complaining. So, and they have people, UPS drivers, that'll just like pass out while they're walking up to doors to drop off packages, you know. So, obviously, it's you still feel the heat whether it's dry or not. So, well, Amy, I am so glad you could. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, my acrylic pen blopped on my brick. Don't look at that, guys. I wonder if I could color that out somehow. See, that's the one thing I like the Poscas. If that was a Posca, that would scratch off. Oh, I can't believe that. It must have spit. We will fix that up. I'll try anyway. I had a cup of coffee today, can you tell? Like, whoa. It's my last day for caffeine and drugs and alcohol. Not the deaths, but anyway. I had a really bad backache the last couple of days, and I didn't want to take anything because my cutoff day was today, but this morning, like, I can take stuff today, not anymore, so this morning I'm like, screw it. Took 2 Motrin, and then 4 hours later, took 2 Tylenol, and I feel better than I have in a month. So, oh, anyway. Well, now you can't see it at all. I covered it up. I think I did. I mean, I can still see it because I know exactly where it is. If you don't know it's there, you would never see it. Plus, it's brick. So, I didn't want it to be that orange, but in the end, I kind of like it, being that it's a fall page. So, I was going to try to, you know how they do the grout scrapes? So it gets kind of white. My whole building is like that. So our bricks actually look kind of pink because they scraped over the red. Like every single brick is got the grout scrape, so they look pink. I keep, you know, I think with your problem, Amy, is you just got some crap markers. You got to have good, juicy markers. And if the tip is hard, that's another thing. Like my Artezas, the tips are hard, so I only use them in small places. Um, I really like the Cali Arts, and those Artex that my mom have for big places are really nice because they got that fat little tip on them. But I think that might be the same as brush markers. Like if your tips are hard on your markers, you're going to have streaks. So I think it's got a lot to do with markers. Yeah, Kim's kind of put the markers down. I haven't seen her touch them. And I don't know if you know the story, and I forced myself to use markers because my mom has so many and she doesn't color anymore. And I'm like, these all just can't go to waste. This is ridiculous. So I just used my phthalo blues, or ultramarines, I'm sorry. I don't think anybody's following along in this. Yeah, the ultramarine and then the sky blue. And I'm going to put some white in here too to keep that highlight down here. Don't want to lose that on the blue jeans. I don't think I'm going to do anything to those patches. Those look okay. I'll darken him up a little bit. This hay. Hey. I guess it's hay. Probably straw. Huh? Straw? Straw. Okay. Ooh, what happened? I need them to have the patience with us that we have with them markers. I have to tell you what I do. What did I miss, Chrissy? Oh, that's what she said. You don't have to stop. I like smart butts. I think they're funny. I don't take offense to much, so don't worry. Don't worry about that. I was hoping Jessica popped in tonight because she's said that she would probably start that Magical Worlds with me. I'm not sure she's got the right page, so we shall see. But yeah, if you're unaware, this will be my last live. I don't know if I'll come back to it or not. I'm not sure. Have to see how things go. But as it stands, I hope to be able to upload some shorts and maybe some videos or something. But as far as lives, this will be the last. It's the tip. Yeah. I'm not sensitive like that at all. And yep, you are absolutely fine. Yeah. And Amy, she would be clueless, so it's okay. I mean, not that, you could insult her and she'd be clueless. That's not what I'm saying. She just not super. She's not going to get over offended over a joke. That's all. That's all. I know I brought my black down. Where did I put it? Okay. Check my frame in a second because I had to move. Okay. I'm just using black for the stripe on his hat here. I don't think I'm going to use, maybe let's see how the white does. Polychromo's white doesn't work as good as a blender as a Prismacolor does, but sometimes. Oh, I need to do something. His face. My head in the way. I'm going to do just darken up his facial things here. His eyes, his nose, his little mouth. There. I should have probably done, the Neo color thing so it can dry. Dry. Oh, thanks, Chrissy. I'm going to miss you guys, too. Yeah, just when I was getting good at it, too, huh? I have to have my hip replaced, Angela, so can't sit at my desk. And if I sit, I can only sit 20 minutes at a time, so I may try to hook up something at the kitchen counter. I don't know how long I'm allowed to stand and how long I'd be able to stand, but that's where I'm thinking I might be able to do a video or something. Even a short live, even if I popped on for a minute, but yeah. Yeah, kind of bad timing, just starting the YouTube channel, and it'll probably crash it not being on, but hopefully some people will still watch the old stuff. We'll see. Then there's always that you kind of lose interest when you get away from stuff, so that might happen. I better not lose interest in coloring. And I assume I'm going to be pretty crabby for a while, not liking the situation. And the thing I'm stressing out the most right now is my doggie and the amount of time I'm going to have to stay away from her. That's my big concern, and she's not going to understand. Hi, Kim. Welcome, welcome. Hey, boss. I was just telling him this is my last live, so you're fired. No, I'm just kidding. I have good severance packages. But, yeah, definitely be the last one for a while. If not, maybe someday be back. We shall see. Yeah, I will try at the kitchen counter. But, you know, the thing is, too, I have to have somebody who can help me move everything and reset it up and stuff like that. So, we shall see. I don't know, Kim. It'll really depend. You know how you lose interest in things when you get away from it, and things have been getting weird again, too, so I don't know. We shall see. I might come back and do a live every day because I'm bored out of my mind and I figured out how to hook it up, you know? Yeah, she's my little sidekick. She is not going to understand that she can't come. You know, and we're trying to kind of separate her a little bit now, but she's just crying. You know, and she does go, if Mike's home, she does go more towards him when he's home, but he's only going to be here for 4 days, so after that, then she's going to have to be locked upstairs by herself. Well, with my mom, but my mom can't do anything with her either. Oh, Kim, since you were just getting here, what did I want to show you? Is there something I wanted to show you? 2 things I wanted to show you, actually. It was you who asked about the, you had that feeling? Yeah. That when I was talking about the Stabilo, the medium points, that was you who asked about those, right, Kim? But I pulled them out the other day and actually used them in here a little bit. They are really nice. Now I see why my mom liked these things so much. See the point on them? I think you weren't here the one day I showed them, or I didn't show them. But they're kind of neat, and they color really quickly. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know if she has extras of those, but I found this bag of them, so I was using them. Okay. Did I get his hat done? I was telling them I had a cup of coffee, so I'm kind of blah, 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 blah. Okay, I think he's good. So I told them that I heard you when you did your flip through of Cozy Corners. You were talking about the paper and how you didn't know how it did with water. I have used ink tints on it before. That one page, and I think it was in Home Sweet Home with the kitchen and the dog, the one that you never did. Remember who started that with us. I did that with ink tints, and it was okay. It didn't come out. I know, aren't they neat? Your flip flu. They're really neat, and they are sold separately. Like, you know, you can buy individual ones to replace them, so that's why she liked them, because she was really into the super tips. But when I gave my Crayola pens away, I, honest to God, had over 50 sets that were missing the red and greens because she would keep buying the whole set because she colored a lot of Christmas stuff with no red and greens. So then she started buying, she could get boxes of 6 of the red and greens, so she did start doing that. So I said I gave them away, and they were all brand new, except for the reds and the greens. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, but, you know, the other ones were new, so Kids just didn't have the reds and greens. So anyway, I was going to do my sky in the Neil color so we could see how it did with water. I don't have my color chart down here though, so I'm going to see if these three colors blend okay for a sky. I think I have, yeah. Okay, we got a little bit of water. Let me grab a paper towel. How are you feeling tonight, Kim? Feeling any better? Amy, are you missing your supplies? I was thinking about that, like with you with the backgrounds. Amy's not doing her backgrounds. Like, oh, she doesn't have all her stuff. Ooh, that one's not a good sky color. I don't like that one. That'd be better, I think. That one, and that one. Do I want 2 or do I want 3? 1 sec. Turn my head. Yeah, I need a third one in there. Oh, doo-doo-doo. That'll work. Okay. Hi, Kiki. Is that pronounced correctly? Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming. Okay, let me know the results. Okay. Again, thanks for all those watching and not chatting. Please give me a thumbs up. Always appreciated. Okay, this is a little bit bluer blue than I want, but hopefully I can work it out. So I'm going to I'm going to use light cobalt blue, That one's blue, so this can't be blue. Sapphire blue. I think that's darker than the blue. Well, what the heck? They're about the same color. That one's darkest. Okay. I don't put water in my water brushes because I don't use them enough and it gets floaties in it. So I just dip. I dip. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. So it is a really pretty blue. All of these are really pretty. Thank you. Definitely did fall colors. So I'm going to start on the bottom with the light cobalt. Go in here a little bit. As you know, you don't have to be real perfect because it's watercolor, so it'll blend out with the water. And if you get it on anything before it dries, you can just wipe it away. I'll go up a little bit over here. Let's see. Maybe about there. This is kind of a frosty color, so and we'll do a little bit of the blue. Bring it in. Now I keep mine sharpened, and if I use it off the crayon, I go off the bottom. That way I can keep my points. I do sharpen them. I use the Prismacolor sharpener. Somebody said they never heard of this one before. Oh, it's not Prismacolor. It's Faber-Castell. No wonder they never heard of it before. The two-sided one. It works pretty good, and it saves the scraping. So, you know, that's ultimately watercolor. You save your scrapings. Gotta keep it separate, though. I only do that if I'm, like, working a whole page with them, and I happen to, you know, if I sharpen it, then I'll use those sharpens, you know, for the color that I'm using. Jeez. Thank you. Yes, we kind of all of us try to do that. Did you say, oh, Tuesday you're going to the doctor? Okay. Me too. It's my pre-surgery class day. Yeah, they send you to 18 appointments beforehand. I did get cleared. So, like, my biggest concern right now is that my mom has the flu, and she got it 7 days ago. So, if I was to get it, symptoms would start, say, today or tomorrow. So, I'm just praying that does not happen because I don't want to go through all this again. It's been too hard on me. I did. Yes, I was talking about it earlier, too. It looks really cool. And your glowing pumpkins. But I wish you... Hi, Carol. Welcome. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Carol. Very, very kind. I really appreciate that. I wish you would have showed the picture, not on your phone. You know, I watch on my phone, and then you're showing on your phone, so it's like, you know, this big. But it looks gorgeous. And I absolutely love your bricks. That's kind of how I wanted mine to be, but in the end, I do like that, you know, they're folly. So, I just, you know, being I was using the markers, I didn't know my colors and stuff. So, in with water we go. Very little water, of course. We're not using watercolor paper. We don't want to saturate. All we want to do is activate. So, you don't need much. Oh, I almost did the pants. And like I said, being that this is watercolor now, like if you're going over on something like that, just kind of pat it and it'll take it right off. You can also add some more water and it'll take it off too, if they're still wet. Some of the water media will come off, you know, will still be movable afterwards, and some won't. It just kind of depends on the product, the type of pigments that they use, things like that. So... now I'm going to go into the darker and bring it down into the lighter to try to get a nicer blend. So it looks kind of naturally blended in there. And I will probably have to go over this a little bit with like a white Prisma or something like that. Now see here, this is where the paper's not dealing with the water real well. And the pigment's sitting right into the paper and not wanting to move. So that would be a concern if you were using a water product. Like it's activating, but it does not want to move. It doesn't want to blend. It's just sitting where it's sitting. And that is probably because there's no tooth in the paper. And when that happens, you just got to move faster. Which I don't particularly like to do with a brush because I'm not good with brush and you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. I will send it. You can enlarge on your phone. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, Kiki. You too. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Jay Curie. Welcome. Nice to see you. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much. Sorry I missed your last live. I saw you pop on and then I got sidetracked with life. Huh. I didn't get to too many lives at all this week. Getting things settled. Ooh, that made a really blue sky, didn't it? What color was that one? That's actually kind of pretty. Was that the sapphire? That was the sapphire, right? Yeah. It's pretty. I like that for blue sky. I'll probably come back in here and work that a little better too. Not getting a good blend there. Hi, Ivy. Welcome. I watch playbacks and give likes, so you get my view and my like. How you doing, Ivy? Trying to finish up this page tonight. I'd put some neos on the sky here, Neil Color 2s. See how this paper is holding up to water. Not too bad. Actually, don't have any buckling down there, which is good. I know Amy's the star of the show today. It's Amy! I should have put you in the title, Amy. I probably would have got more views. Coloring with Lorri is live and Amy is visiting. I didn't know for sure you were coming. I'm so glad you're here, my Amy. Yeah, when I'm laid up in bed, you might just get a call from my high-ass butt on my narcotics. Yes, I'm planning to finish tonight. I have to. It's my last live. I have to finish. Thank you. Partner. Yup. So we didn't do this yet, did we? So I heard you're gonna schedule your lives too, Kim. It's that's kind of good and bad. Kind of early for me, but my schedule is going to change rapidly, so. I should probably be able to watch. I know, Kim, you've got to be pretty darn close, Kim. It looked like you were. I love your pumpkin. I said none of the detail on my pumpkins is showing up on the camera. It didn't show up on the picture either, but I'll try to catch it when I post the completed. I don't know why. It's just they just look solid orange, but they're, I don't know. I wish the cameras would just show what it looks like in real life. They say, you know, they're better than real life. Well, that's not good if you're taking out all the contrasts to make a clearer picture. I don't like that. Wednesday and Sunday, yeah. thank you so much, J. Carey. I really, really appreciate that. Tomorrow, not Sunday? Okay. I was like, ooh, Sunday's cool. Nobody's ever on Sundays. But then I'm like, oh, Mike's home. And he talks 1,000 miles a minute. But, and like I said, I'm going to be separated from him. So, but he is off on Sundays. But gives me playbacks too. Yeah, I have no idea what life's going to look like next week. So, it'll be what it will be. Okay. Now I want to bring a little bit of this medium blue back down a little bit. So as I said, I take it off the bottom. So I'm going to do that a little bit off the bottom here. Just get a little bit up in there. So it's not right from the dark to the light like that. And the same over here. Doesn't seem to wanna, must have too much wax over here or something. So Kim, I'd say as long as you use light water, it seems to be taking it okay. Not very wrinkly at all. I don't think it wrinkled it much at all. It did bleed through, which, you know, it's one-sided, but just make sure you put something behind. Like I said, I will touch that up with some pencil when it dries. It won't take long because it's not very wet. Oh, yes, the 26th. Next Friday. And I am freaking out. I shouldn't say I'm freaking out. I'm not going to lie. I am very, very nervous. You know, a lot of things around the house needed to be done. There is not one thing that is done. Which is probably what's making me worry the most. Mike is an extreme procrastinator, and he's waiting to the last minute. He only has 1 day off beforehand, so I can't really do much. I'm trying. I did hire somebody to help, but again, my mom caught the flu. She's been sick all week, so that person didn't want to come and get the flu. So I definitely understand that. But yes. Yeah, especially if you have the paper cover RJs. The hardback, I would say, is probably the same. The hardback paper. Do you have his hardbook back or hardbook or? I think maybe because it's blue, like that, the darker blue, the lighter blue did not bleed through. So I bet you it would be like blues and reds that bleed through. And you know, it's just the one color. That color on top did not bleed through, but where I put the touch-ups, so it's just the blue. The blue. The blue that is called blue is the one that bled through. I don't love the Creative Haven paper, but I don't hate it. You know, actually the reason I started coloring in these books was to use the markers, but then it ended up being, you know, my live thing. So I didn't want to color with markers on live. That's too difficult. I'm not that good with them. They're kind of a play for me. And when I want to get things done quick. But I'm gonna work on this dog. I'll do some raw umber. I don't really have much plans for him. I'm just gonna throw a little color in him. Give him a little fur action. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his prices are crazy. Um, I don't really understand why he charges so much, but you know, he can. People pay it. Like even his hardbacks for that paper. Um, yeah. Yeah, that paper is like super smooth and it really does not take water at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, because I tried to do a whole page with water and no, it just like saturated the water and didn't do anything. Now, when I color water in those books, I do use Neil colors. Pretty much any water I use Neil colors except for like Johanna Basford's. I don't put water on her paper. It's kind of thick and strange. Every single Johanna Basford book I have has different paper. There's 5 different books. They all have different paper. Yeah, his paper, it's Amazon paper, and it's horrible. Like some people say, it's worse than Amazon paper. Oh, you came back, Kike. I just noticed that. Um, his hardback books are 70 weight, so that is a little bit better, Chrissy. Like I said, it's kind of like this, but it's super slippery. The hardback book. And like Ivy said, it's like $2 more. You don't get the second set of this is a hardcover. You don't get a second set of pictures, but it is a little thicker. It's 70 weight, so it's thicker than copy paper. Actually, might be thicker than the Creative Haven. Yeah, it's definitely thicker than the Creative Haven, but it's super smooth. So it's kind of like the water sits on top and it doesn't. This is Neo 2's. And the water, a little crinkle, but it's like indented. So I don't know. I switched over to just using pencil. I use pencil or pastels. That's pencil. The sky's pastel. The water's pencil. But yeah, so I have his 3 frog books, and then Lost in Time is a paperback, and that paper awful. Do you guys think it's worse? Those of you that have any RJ books, do you think that paper is worse than Amazon paper or the same? I don't have too many books that have the Amazon paper now. Like they change their paper all the time. Yeah, no tooth at all on the hardback. It is the same? Okay. So, Chrissy, if you have any books on Amazon paper, that's what RJ's books are. And then, like, the hardback is a little thicker, but no tooth. It's actually kind of shiny. So, which is probably why, again, that it resists the water. So, so what's everybody else been coloring in? What pages you working on? catch up to this chat. No, it's okay. Oh, you do? You think they've improved? Well, that would be amazing. Ooh. Did you post it on your page? I'd like to see that. Yeah, you guys are like done with pages in no time with those things. I think we might have lost Amy. Are you still here, Amy? Thank you for the hearts. Space themes. I was looking at that cute page in Magical Worlds. It's got like the spacey things up in a cloud of smoke or something. I was like, oh, I wish I would have saw that. I would have done that one. Really been in a Johanna Basford mood lately, which is weird. I don't usually go from one artist's book to another like that, but I, went from Rooms of Wonder. I did like 4 pages in Small Victories, and now I'm in Magical Worlds. Oh. Doo-doo-doo. Just want something a little lighter. Okay, thanks, Ivy. Oh, so you're going to come back as I'm leaving, Amy. That's going to look real nice, right? Brat. Yeah, that jellyfish page is really nice. She's doing really good on this one, too. Can't wait to see it when it's done. I don't know if I want to leave those white. Who's got a golden retriever? I should have looked up a picture. I used to have one, but it's been a while. Pink nose, black nose, brown nose, right? Brown. I'm just kind of going over this to give them a little bit more golden color rather than the brown. I might even bring in a little yellow just to brighten him up. I guess I've made him a him. He's a him. I had a golden retriever. Its name was Cincy. Cincy Million. We got away with it because it's Japanese for protector, so my mom didn't catch on, if anybody else knows what that is. Yeah, I think they have pink nosies. That's back when I was a teenager. It's a beautiful dog. Yeah, I think I'm going to go just really light over these white spots just so they're not stark. They really stand out being white. Just real light. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Uh-oh. Yes, they do. They're very funny and lovey. They're goofballs. They think they're a person. Unfortunately, I can't have them now as an adult because of the fur. I asked my mom that one day because I'm really allergic to cats and long-haired dogs. And we had, like, not really long hair. The golden retriever was the longest haired dog we had, but we always had cats. And I was like, well, why didn't the allergies bother me? And then I think about it like, well, as a kid, I didn't realize it was the animal that was, making me stuffy and my nose itch and my eyes itch. And now as an adult, I know it's the dog. So it's like, ooh, no, or the the cat. No kitties. Of course, now with all the medications I'm on, it might be okay. But my house would probably be destroyed with Pebbles running around, chasing the thing. But yeah, they're really good family dogs. So, let's see. Is that dry? I do believe that is dry. For that, I am going to pull out a Prismacolor. Amy, if you get cut out, bye. Have a wonderful night. Text me. I hope you don't, though. Hope yous get to stay. Ugh. Like a cloud blue or something. Just to cut one of my lighter blues to blend that out. Powder. Oh, let's go for the sky blue, right? Why not? And have just to kind of help this look a little more blendy up in here. Don't need much. It blended pretty good. To the edges and stuff. No clouds on this fall day. Just a beautiful bright blue sky. Blue skies. I was thinking about doing, you know, the pink sky, but that might have clashed with all my orange and red. Blue looks good behind the green. I'm sure this isn't showing up on the camera, but like I said, it's just to kind of soften out the rough patches. Kind of hard to do anything precise up here. There's not a lot of room. So it would have been just straight marker, which I thought the watercolor would give more of a sky-y effect. So, thanks again to those watching and not in the chat. Thanks for the likes. Always appreciated. So, Ivy, I didn't really realize that you colored, you know, until recently. Like, I see you doing all your craftings over the months, but I haven't saw you color at all. So I was like, oh, you do color. Did you color first or fall into the coloring from the crafting? Or other way around? If that made any sense. Okay. So I think that's everything. I think. These lights I kind of did like they were off, and this is like a, because it's obviously daytime, so you wouldn't have your porch light on. So I just kind of did it like they were off, and like a tinted glass, sort of. I wasn't quite sure how to do them, but because I didn't bring, because I can't see the bricks through them, I didn't want to make them clear. So that's why I kind of did the yellow, like a frosty glass. So, and I'm just going to use the Jelly Roll Gold to do my edging. Okay, that's what I thought. Welcome to the coloring world. Fun and exciting. So did anybody here get the cozy corner besides Kim? Did you go to Hobby Lobby and get it, Ivy? Or are you just gonna wait till your order comes? Yeah, me too. I'm not any kind of crafter or sewer or knitter. This is like really the first sitting hobby I ever had. I never really was a sitter to do stuff. You know, I would rather clean or organize, or cooking was my thing actually. It's been kind of a bummer that I struggle with cooking. Oh, you got it already, Angela? You must have pre-ordered it too. Okay. I hope you don't go to the same one Taylor goes to. She got the last one. She was lucky. Amy didn't know anything about it, so I know she don't have one, but I just kind of wanted one more present. Time really like flew the last couple of weeks too. I was hoping to have this done. Like I said, I was trying to record it to have it done so I could start a page in Cozy Corner. But the recording didn't go so well. I didn't have Kim to tell me I was out of frame, so you can blame Kim. That's why this is done and it's not recorded, because Kim wasn't there to tell me I was out of frame. And in the end, it was probably a good thing because I just talked about my health and my surgery and this, that, or whatever. It was a good venting session for myself, and yeah, that was that. So, although when something serious is going on, it's, you know, people do want to know. So, but those that want to know, know. It's great. Yeah, good luck. I hope you have it. Oh, you went to Hobby Lobby and got it too. Okay. It was actually cheaper at Hobby Lobby. Taylor said she paid $5.99. I think I paid $7.99. Was it $7.99? Bleh. $7.99. Do you remember, Kim? I think it was though. I don't even think we got a pre-order discount on that book. We might have got like what, 16% off or something stupid. Is that what her books retail? $7.99? $6.99. $6.99. Oh, of course, this is a new one. This is an old one. What's this one retail? $7.99. So that's probably what we paid. See that? They've gone up $1 in a year. $4.95. Six something. Okay. Hmm. Well, I'll be darned. That's probably because Hobby Lobby probably ordered 100 of them, so they got some kind of bulk discount. Good for them. I'm just kidding. Like I told you guys, the way I look at these books now, $7 a book, and Mike smokes pack of cigarettes every day. I just look at it as, well, you know, all in all, I could order a book every day because he gets a pack of cigarettes every day. I just don't have room for any more books. And my books are scattered in 4 different spots, actually. It's kind of annoying. So I asked my mom today, should I gather some stuff and take it downstairs so Mike could just like grab it when I can color, and I could say, hey, just go grab that pile, or just have him fend for it and look for it when I want it. And she's like, just leave it. He can look for it. I'm like, okay. Like all my pencils are in different colored pencil cases, so I can be like, oh, grab the black case, grab the pink case, grab the gray case, grab the purple flower case. You know, that shouldn't be a problem. So, well, you guys will have to pick a page so I can, like tomorrow. You said you're going live tomorrow, Kim? Anne's going to jump up with you. Maybe you guys could pick a page that we could try to do during the week. Of course, I got these 2 color alongs going with Amy and Jessica. Where is Miss Kitty with 21 cats? See? That's smart, Ange. I thought it was so funny the one day, I think I can't remember whose live you guys all popped up in, but you mentioned it the one day, like, because Kim and Ange were live, and then she came in, and she says, "Oh, look, we're all three letters, Pam, Ange, and Kim." So then, whatever live I was watching, it was four of you because Ivy was there. I was waiting for somebody to say something, so it was Kim, Pam, Ange, and Ivy. I was like, "Oh, that's cute." Nobody said anything though. That was a busy day. I kept trying to pop into your live, Kim, but it was like every time I put it on, something happened. I feel so much better today than I have the whole week. And I'm like, really? Is it all because of the 2 Tylenols? I don't think so, because I took them on Wednesday and they didn't do anything. But... And Andrew be there too. Cool. Of course, Kim, you were complaining about having too many going right now, weren't you? And, you know, Kim, I looked up Jelly Roll glossy pens. I'll have to look in my mom's cabinet and see if she has any. They don't pop up on Amazon. Do they still sell those? I have the clear sparkly, but I've never seen just a clear gloss. Of course, I have a whole bottle of glossy Asphax. Oh, boy. No coffee before lives anymore. Yeah, my great new terminology today. We should have wrote a dictionary. Probably, but that don't mean anything. I know. I don't want any whips when I have to stop. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got three. You know, the one in uh Botanium, however that's called, the Maria Trolle flower picture we were gonna do. I haven't gone back to that at all. I did a background on it, which I don't really care for. I can't set this on top of there. Move that just for a second. See, these are water pages. That's why it pops right open to them. Not quite done with my flower, but that's all I've done on there. So I'd like to get this done. I really need to deepen up some details in there. But yeah, so I haven't even worked on that. And you probably haven't even started it. Oop, we don't want that in there. But hey, look at me. I'm going to get this one done on time. Surprise, surprise. See, that's why I did marker. It was the right decision. I just don't, you know, I thought about just doing it slow and then doing, you know, some videos throughout the week to get it done. But I don't think I'm going to have the right mindset to sit in front of a camera and color. So my brain's spinning. Spinning, spinning, spinning. I still gotta pay bills and do all these things. You forgot, see? I knew it. I probably will work on it this week because now it's the only page that I have started down here. So, like this one's done, so I won't be working on this. I don't really color too much at night though. Just and you know, my night's very different than everybody else's, which is probably going to change, being that, you know, hospital staff will be in and out. Sure, I'll have to be up in the day. Okay, see you in the morning. Okay, see you at 6 p.m. It sure would be nice if they accommodated that, huh? Hit like my surgery time, you know it's going to be like 6, 7 in the morning. We were talking, like I probably won't even be asleep yet. Which should be good. I don't know, it might make me more nervous though. Okay, I think that is done. What's the date today? The 20th already, huh? All right, so we have finished another page. Woohoo! Thank you, Kim. Yes, I do. Yep, yep, yep. I do. Okay, cool. I'll look at it when I get off here. Thank you, Kara. Want to pick now? Okay. Okay. I had this one marked because if I didn't do the Neil colors on there, I was going to try it on this thing, but I definitely don't want to do that page. Did you have one in mind? Angela? I definitely have more than 3, but like most of them, they're abandoned now. They're not a whip. I'm not going back to them. You want to do the C. Okay. You just said that because you knew I couldn't say she, right? The she shed. Okay. I promise I am not under the influence of any drug except for caffeine. I saw somebody who colored that picture. It was really cute. They did it really bright. Was it this one? Oh, the book cover. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Wait a minute. Okay, that's it. Looks different, doesn't it? Oh, because it's cut off and pushed down. Okay, sorry about the flipping back and forth and get somebody dizzy there. This one. Anybody else? Yes? Okay. Ivy doesn't have her book yet. What do you think, Angela? You want to do this one? Okay, well, I will mark it. Yes, I could probably just start it right now. Huh. What should we use? What kind of pencils? Go back to Prismacolors. I'm so afraid I'm going to throw these Neil colors on the floor. This has got to sit somewhere to dry. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, Prismas just happen to be sitting here. Yeah, you were being pretty funny. I can't remember if I finished your whole... Yeah, I did finish it today. Because I was looking for something else to watch and I couldn't find anything. Oh. And then I realized Taylor was it did a live today, so I watched that. I think it was today, maybe from yesterday. I don't know. I figured she wouldn't be here today either. But... Oh, sorry. To get the drink of water. So, again, thanks for those watching and not chatting. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate you being here. So, what do I want to do? I need something for behind, just in case. Yeah, when Taylor was live earlier today, she said she took a nap and was up real early, and I thought, oh, she's not going to be up tonight. Hoping she'd be here. This is super cute. Yeah, that picture that you were confused about with like the fireplace and stuff outside with the fire pit. Yeah, I was kind of confused about that too. Like, why do you have a fireplace and a fire pit, but you got a flower pot sitting in your fireplace? So I might as well. Yeah, I wish I could remember. Don't worry, Angela. It's going to be a while before I finish it. So... You know, I'm not quite sure that I have every color in this case, because it just seems like when I look for colors, they're not here. Sap green light. Kelly green. Is this what I want? Yeah, you were talking about all your colors and everything, isn't it? Yep. I do. I feel like I just need the color, because I'm going to miss it. So just color. I don't know if this is the combo I had or not, but let me see. I'm going to try it. Sap green light, Kelly green, and Celadon green. Try some leaves up here. I always use dark green, apple green. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit. Change my greens around. Yeah, see, I'm really worried about that. But I have to stay in bed, so... That's one of my concerns, is I have a back problem too on top of the hip, and I'm afraid that that's really gonna alter my comfort with staying in bed, and it's one of my big concerns. When I first went to the doctor for all these problems, they wanted to do a cervical laminectomy, which is they take some pieces out of your spine and your back and replace it with, the fake bone. And I said, I looked up the recovery for that surgery, and I said, with my hip hurting and how I have to lay and sit because of my hip, I will never make it through those recovery restrictions, So I went to a orthopedic, and, of course both surgeons say you need that surgery first, but listen to your body first. And then the neurosurgeon ended up leaving the hospital that I go to, so I thought, well, that's a sign. That's my sign that I needed. You hear about so many people coloring. Like, I've never even been able to color, like, sitting in a chair, laying on a couch. You know, I sit at a table or I sit at a desk. I, I, I really don't understand. Yep, I did order a tray. Thank you, Jake Gary. So, we lost a lot of people when I turned to this page. Nobody wants to watch me color this page? Well, fine. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be a year before I finish it. I'm going to have to add something in here because it's a little bit too light. Yeah, I don't know if I have any Halloween stuff left. That autumn book has a couple Halloween pages. Activating ink tents. Ooh. Ooh. How is he feeling about that, Kim? That is like, you know, when they touch your spine, that's some scary stuff. And you know, that was one of the things with me, like, with this surgery, there's 3 different approaches that doctors do, and the approach that my doctor's doing is the hardest recovery. And it has the most restrictions, and but at the same time, the least complications during surgery. So I don't know. It'll be what it'll be. Oh, he shouldn't say that. Can he walk? Hmm. Let's see. My mom must be up. I hear walking around upstairs. I feel so bad for her. She has been so sick for like 5 days. Just eating applesauce and toast. Which, the way I've been feeling, it's been kind of nice that I haven't had to prepare her meals. But at the same time, I don't like that she's not feeling good. In the back of my mind, I wonder if she's, you know, doesn't feel good because she's worried about me. You just never know. So I'm just kind of mixing these 5 greens. The Celadon, the Kelly, the light sap. I had to bring in my apple and grass green. Just kind of mixing them to get a green blend. This paper, I think, has got a little bit more tooth than the hard to tell, the numbness in my fingers these days. I think I've said that before. Yeah, it's definitely got more tooth than the Autumn Charm book. I think those older books were smooth. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I decided it was time for me to have surgery. I can barely walk. Well, I will definitely be thinking about him too. That stuff is so scary. I forget what book you said you were working in, Chrissy. Did you say, thank you for the heart? Hannah Carlson's, right? I don't have any Hannah Carlson's. I was thinking about buying the Halloween, so we'll see if it's available when I'm ready to buy again. Because my plan is when I make it through all this, I'm going to reward myself big, so. Reward, reward. Who doesn't need a reward, right? That's weird. This looks totally different than the other one. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Right, Ivy? Thanks, Angela. Yeah, I don't want to buy anything now because we've had to pretty much turn, you know, my room into a hospital room. So I had to buy a bunch of stuff. A little pricey. My living room. My mom said the living room looks like a Benson's warehouse. Benson's? It's a Benson's medical supplies. Actually, everything's Drive, I think. And some Medicare stuff. I'm actually going to bring some chartreuse in here too, I think. This is not a typical leaf color for me. Yep, okay, we'll forget that idea because I'm not going to mess with that pencil. It's obviously just a messy pencil. The tip broke out if you didn't see that. I think my Prismacolors are frozen. I don't want to color. They were under the air conditioning. We've had hot weather again. We went down to the 40s and 50s for a couple weeks. Now we're back up in the high 70s, low 80s. Jeez, it was 87 again yesterday. Which I think is why I hurt so bad that day, because it seems like my pain is worse when it's hot. Which I always thought arthritis hurt more in the cold, so I found that weird. Okay. That's what I just tried. Or no, that was regular chartreuse. Yeah, I probably have a yellow chartreuse around here. Here it is. That might do it. Thank you, Ivy. Let me just use every green in the 150 set. Then we'll be good, right? The 90s. Well, isn't it always hot in Texas? Ooh, bring me something too. I'm hungry. No weekend plans for anybody? No big parties? Any dates? Nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm not sure I like that green in there. I'll get rid of that one. I'm trying to decide. I want like one really good meal. And I don't want to have it the day before because I can't take my blood pressure medication. No, the water pill or the potassium pill. So I don't want to eat anything salty if I can't take my water pill. So I want to eat very healthy the night before. Yeah, I bet. Ugh, hockey. Blah. I used to like hockey. Have you ever been to a hockey game? I was so disappointed when I went to a hockey game. I had no idea what was going on. You know they don't have a announcer at a hockey game, and you can't see the puck. So it's like you have no idea what's going on. At least when you watch it on TV, they follow the puck, and the announcer's telling you what's happening. I remember you and Kim arguing about that. That Kim said she couldn't see the puck. And you said watch the. Did you say watch the players? I can't remember what you told her to do. I was like, oh, I completely understand, Kim. You should see it in real life. It's really weird. Oh, wow. We live exciting lives, don't we? Although it's good to relax. I used to like to go out. I never was home, but actually having to stay home, I've enjoyed it. And I got to the point where, for a while I couldn't go anywhere when I first stopped working. And then it was a struggle. And then it was like, I just don't want to. I don't enjoy it. Just don't. Yeah, thank you. Oh, she's probably getting her snack. But thank you, Ivy. I like the yellow chartreuse in here. That works well with the grass green. Like I said, we'll have every green in the 150 set in these leaves pretty soon here. Yep. Well, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to make accusations. I don't know how old everybody is. So. Watch the player, not the puck. Okay, I thought that's what you had said. I remember agreeing with Kim, though. Through my years, I have liked watching sports and I haven't liked watching sports. I went through a huge baseball, like for 3 years, I was just sucked into baseball. I had season tickets. It was when I was going to college. I was going to Wayne State University, downtown Detroit. So the stadium was just down the street. So if there was like a 1 o'clock game, I had a couple of days where my classes were I'd have a class in the morning and then not again till 6 in the evening. So I'd stay down there, go to the game, and then go to class after the game. So that was fun. Ended up making, a really good friend, and she would go to the games with me. After like 2 semesters, we had picked every single class together. So we decided, like, well, we're supposed to be friends. I mean, how in the heck can that happen? All the classes that are choices, and we pick every class together. It was pretty weird. But And football. I had years where I watched football. I had season tickets to the football too. A little bit of basketball. You know, the Pistons were really, really popular for a while. Detroit Pistons, so had to watch that. That was probably my most boring sport to watch. And I don't know if it was because I played a little bit. I don't know. It's just like back and forth and back and forth and in the, but a good game I could enjoy, but for the most part kind of boring. Me too, Angela. 70 and proud. I'm not 70, but I'm proud of you. Right, Team Tigers. Yeah, in the years I was like, oh, see, now my brain's not going to remember his name. The young guy. Oh, he was so good. And we lost him to the New York Yankees, which I was really happy for him because, he'll do way better in his career with the Yankees. My brother used to tease me that I had a crush on him. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember his name. But I really liked it when Leland was coaching. Pudge, and I think he's since retired. We had a good team then. I didn't hear anything about them at all this year. My dad didn't talk about it. I didn't talk to my dad that much this summer. Unfortunately. My dad's 85 years old. His 50-year-old neighbor had a hernia surgery, so my dad's taking care of him. Like, wow, must be nice. Oh, Angela. Well, wonderful. And I hope you're going to make it 20 more years. I think with medicine these days, and they know so much, we live a lot longer. I know, isn't that crazy, Angela? Makes some dinner, takes it down there. So it's just like, wow. Well, my 36-year-old brother lives with my dad too, and my dad, like, my dad does all the cooking, and my brother works at Kroger's, so he does the grocery shopping, but my dad has a maid come, which is, it's funny. His 36-year-old son lives with him, but he has his 70-year-old nurse come and clean his apartment. Yeah. My dad does have diabetes and a bad knee, so he's not. But he loves to cook. So never invites me over for dinner. All I have to do is say, Dad, I'm coming over, and he'd probably have a meatloaf or spaghetti made. And you do the cooking, Angela, and everything, right? That's what people would say to me. You live with your mom? No, we live together. This was a choice to move in and buy a home together. Both their situations were changing, and it seemed like the smartest thing to do. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't have gave up their life like I did, but I didn't have a real good relationship with her when I was younger, so I think she got kind of lucky that I craved that mother-daughter relationship, you know. And my brother gets off easy because he doesn't have to help because I'm here. He's had to help a lot this last month too, so which is just driving her to doctor's appointments. So when he had to sit with her for her cataracts because I couldn't, so have to have somebody there with you. Which, you know, I find that so strange. She had to have somebody with her for her cataract surgery, or they wouldn't even perform the surgery. Now, I can be transported by medical. I don't need to have somebody with me. I find that so weird. Oh, well, that's a fair deal. Shoot. I would cook 5 meals a day if somebody did the dishes for me. That would be wonderful. I can't stand washing it. Whether look, I have to do the dishes because Mike doesn't do it. It's one of my fears, Angela, that when I go upstairs for the first time when I can, that every dish in the kitchen's going to be dirty and sitting in the sink. Like my mom and Mike do not ever do the dishes. And I have a dishwasher. They don't put them in the dishwasher. They just stack them on the counter with the stuff that needs to go in the garbage with, you know, just whatever. And I hate it because they'll stack, you know, a plate on top of another plate that's got like gravy, and I go to move it to wash it and it's like stuck together, so I gotta soak it, and I'm like, oh, God. So I'm going to try and enjoy my pampering as much as I possibly can. Trying to look at it in a positive light. What else am I supposed to do, right? But you will. Yeah, I have small and big paper plates. I don't. They don't use them. When I feed my mom these, the main reason I started using them for my mom is because she's deaf, and the one she's not totally deaf. There's certain tones she can't hear. One being my voice. Um, so she'll scratch the silverware on the plates, and it's like constant nails on the chalkboard, and she can't hear it. So I'm like, Mom, stop it, stop it. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, you're scratching. And she's one of those people that is constantly moving her fork on the plate while she's eating, so it's a constant scrape. And I couldn't take it anymore, so I had to get paper plates because I just imagine that for like a half hour, just somebody dragging their fork, scrape, scrape across the ceramic plate. I was like, so yeah, had to do the paper plates. Well, if he's a good cook, Kim, that's okay too. But see, like I said, when Mike cooks, I gotta clean, which he makes a huge mess, which is kind of why I would prefer to cook, because I clean while I cook, and it's almost like I have to do more if he cooks because he makes such a dang mess. You know, and he'll use one burner, and I have to clean the whole stove. One of his things that he does that drives me insane is not cooking anything on the stove. Like he's barbecuing and using the oven, but then he'll season everything over the stove, so I have to wash the stove anyway because there's seasonings all over it. Or have the one burner and everything's splashed everywhere, and I have to wash everything. I'm like, holy moly. You know, and he's a cook. That's what he does for a living. It's like, you have to clean up after yourself. Why do you make these kind of messes? Oh, there's my little rant. But it's true. Now, my mom hasn't cooked in 10 years, so can't complain about cleaning up after her. She has shrunk so much because of her arthritis and her back and stuff. And I don't know, like, she can't reach the back of the stove. She can't reach the microwave anymore. One of my aunts, when she died, she was like 4'2". I'm like, Mom, are you going to shrink that much? That's a lot of shrinking. But so we had some leftover meatballs that were in the freezer. Really froze. I just threw them in the crock pot for tonight. Made a quick gravy. Maybe boil some potatoes, maybe some noodles. Yep. I mean, it's like, 18 pots, especially when he barbecues, it just blows my mind. Why is the kitchen dirty? You were outside cooking. Like, they are going to starve. I'm worried I'm going to starve. No. I think I know Mike will feed me. That's actually the last thing I'm worried about. I'm more concerned that Pebbles will starve. All right. I think we got the leaves done. Leaves. Yep, they look pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I don't even understand how they make that big of a mess. But I clean as I cook, so even if somebody else was cleaning up after me, I think I would still do that because I can't stand all the stuff just piling up everywhere. Okay. I'm glad there's none of those weird flowers on this page. I don't know if I want to start that wood. There's a lot of wood here and there. But since I started at the top, I'll put all my greens away here. I'm gonna have to do surgery on this chartreuse. I gotta put these pencils back in some kind of order. They're an absolute mess. Like, I try to keep the greens, the browns, the this, the that together, but it seems like I always end up all over the place. Really don't know why. Alrighty. I'll start with the yellow ochre. I want to start with the light. Yeah, I think I will base first. And do a yellow ochre base very, very lightly. Looks like there's shingles on here too, so don't think I'm gonna base the shingles. But I think I just accidentally based that one. They're kind of attached to the wood. This is weird. So this is a wood piece here. Oh, it's like a diamond piece of wood. Okay, I get it. All right. That took me a minute. You see how that, like, looking from this angle, it looked like the back of the piece of wood, but it's actually like a diamond-shaped wood there. That was a little confusing. Hi again to those watching and not chatting. Appreciate you being here. Ooh, thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. A little base of yellow ochre. Do I want all this wood the same color? You know, this is one thing I really want to learn how to do is like a gray wood. And I did watch a tutorial, but the woods all look the same to me. So I would not recommend that tutorial. Anyway, a gray wood, you know, and that country blue wood, green, like that minty green. I really would like to learn how to do those woods. When I try to do them, they don't look like wood. So I don't know if I'm not using enough colors. So if anybody has seen some good tutorials on different colors of wood, particularly the gray, the blue, and the green, I think, like, I haven't really seen like on a house or anything, but the furniture where it looks like it's washy, that threw you too. Yeah, I was a little confused. So yep, it's a diamond in the wood. Did you start coloring this page already? Did you start? Did you start? Nope. Okay. Well, now we know what that is. Because it looked really weird from the side angle. And I think that one's going to have to be darker in the back to give us the illusion that it's set back there. But I'm still going to go ahead and base it. Now I am still using circles to do this, just a little bit bigger circles. Because I don't need a heavy layer, just a light layer. Kind of mapping out my wood, we'll say. Because it's kind of all over the place in this picture. There's even a piece down here in the bottom of this door, so... Which I hate when she does that. She puts the wood grain like there, but not in the rest of the door. Which she also did in that autumn page, so... I did draw... Well, this is weird too. What is that? Well, I'm going to leave that blank for right now because I don't know what that is. Okay, it's the shelf. So it is wood. Okay, it's the shelf arm. That's weird too. And where do they always hang these flags? You know, there are so many coloring books that they do these flags. I have never been to a party or anywhere that somebody decorates with these kind of flags. Is this a country thing, or is it just not my people that do that? Or yeah, I know Erie puts those in her books a lot. Yeah, it's not just Teresa here. I've often wondered where Teresa lives, actually. Like I said in my last week, I think it was, or no, it was my flip through of her book, that I have looked her up before. I kind of need to investigate her a little bit more. I read that she's a children's book writer and illustrator. That's where her drawing, originally started, was in children's books. Children's books. Now, I don't know. I guess the shed probably would be the all same color because it would be wood. Everybody out there does gray and blue wood? Oh, out there. Flags. Oh, really? I have seriously never seen them. And so what, they just hang them for parties and stuff? Sorry, my brain was a little slow backtracking to that conversation. Okay, so this is a little confusing. Let's do this door. I'm not catching the door over there yet. Yep, okay. Just, Ivy didn't come back with her snack. She must have got a big snack. She didn't want to share, and I told her bring me some. That's okay. I got meatballs cooking. Just gotta make some potatoes or noodles. They'll probably make noodles. I might make potatoes. I don't know. Got a few hours before we worry about that. My goofy schedule. Alrighty. Now this is where I'm confused, because I see too many window frames. This door must be a trifold. The way there's too much wood over here. And then see, this little wood right here is bent. So it's either got a two door, like it, yep. Not a try, that's 3. A bifold. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I don't know. This, I think, is the last piece of the shed. So that's what it is a trifold door. And you can see the other fold on this side, but not that side, so. Oops. I don't know if that's supposed to be wood, though. That piece right there that I just colored. No, I think that would be glass. Ugh. I'm going to use this. It's the only one I have. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that area. You'll have to let me know. I'm a little confused. Okay, and this, she's giving an edge. This is definitely door. I think that's all glass. I don't know what the heck's going on there. Okay, this is the side of the bifold. So that's right. I don't know what that area is. I think that's the in between of the fold open, that space. I think. Okay, so I got it right. Yep. Thanks, I forgot about that, Ange. A duh. Oh, see, yeah, there's gray wood. But I want to know how these are done. They look like acrylic paint to me. That's another thing I want to look up and know how her cover images are colored, and if she colors them or if it's something like I kind of wonder if that's the original artwork and she makes the drawings off of those, like Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I need a sharper point to get in those little sides. Look at you all being smart and stuff, Angela. Jeez. And you're the one that's an early bird. Kim said it first. Oh, look the cover. I didn't even see that. It's not. It's because I'm on Top Chat on my tablet, which isn't really where I watch the chat, but that's where I looked that time. Change that. I usually do change it. So this is wood. Oh, that's scary. Right, okay. In between the circle. Right there. Here. Ooh, there's one more line there. Okay, I think I got it. Don't you get up at the crack of dawn? Kim's always saying you wake her up. I thought you got up really early. Am I mistaken? I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna have to write these colors down too because probably be a minute before I get back to it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Quick. So we did wood base with, that was yellow or brown ochre? Yellow ochre. Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Yep, aren't I speedy and it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at me, flash coloring. I just said you must not have wanted to share your snack. You didn't come back. What'd you bring for us? You were gone a pretty long while. You must have made something good. That's funny though. Yep, all done. Okay. And it's actually about that time to go, but I'm gonna do Just a little bit of this would maybe map out my colors. Dark umber, kind of follow her. Oops, I just had a spasm in my hand. Went across the whole page. I forgot I had this eraser sitting here. I don't think pink erasers work very good though. They leave that pink. This one doesn't erase shit either. Oops. Doesn't erase anything either. I agree with you. I don't know. There's something about that Uno Tombow eraser. Seems like it does erase better. So if I'm going to do those shingles, they're just like so attached. A little bit over here. Also going to go along the sides. That's a shingle. Keep it close to the edge here. Good night, Kim. Hugs. Oh, that's an interesting snack. Yummy, though. It's a brand. Harvard is, I think, just a brand, right? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being here too, Kim. Always appreciate you. What am I looking for? Light umber is what I'm looking for. Okay. Light umber will blend out that dark umber a little bit. I knew I was going to end up going into that shingle. I just did. That's okay. They'll probably be darker anyway, so. Page doesn't cut it off. Or, I mean, there's not a dark line on this one. The other ones, there's a line. That's why I kind of knew I'd hit it eventually there. I also want something reddish. Reddish. Carol leaving too? Oh, you're very welcome, Carol. Thank you for being here. Yep. A little bit of sienna brown on the edges. I'm gonna do, probably with the Prismacolors, they'll just mush right out, but I'm still gonna do some lines. Just to put some different color, like, you know, grainy color. I gotta write those colors down. And then back to the yellow ochre. A little bit heavier and blend it all together. And for the most part, this will be all of the outside wood, not the wall, because I'm going to want the wall either a different color or darker. Like I might do it like they painted the wall to separate it. Because otherwise it's all just going to look mushed. And there's a shelf here, so that shelf needs to stand out from the wall. And just blend those together with the yellow ochre. And there, so that'll be the wood. I said pretty much all the outside wood, that, the doors, and probably the floor too. Use that combination. This frame I might go a little darker. We shall see. This is confusing me too. I was so afraid I was going to end up coloring that. Where are you, me? Thank you, Kim. All right, everybody. I guess I will go for the night because Mike will be coming home pretty soon anyway. So, um, yeah, thanks for all being here and appreciate you with the support. And hopefully, I'll be back pretty soon, sooner than later. But I know it at minimum a couple of weeks, and I know I won't be able to resume the lives, the Friday night lives for a while. Like I said, if I can get set up at my countertop or something somehow, I think that'll be doable. But thank you all so much for your support and being here and chatting with me and keeping me company. And thanks for the likes. Thanks for you watching that didn't join the chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Chrissy. We really appreciate that. Okay, Kim. Yeah, I hope so. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend.